last year going in. I thought probably a little more inexperienced than we were, more inexperienced than we are now. But they're sound on defense. They're tough. Obviously, they've always had top 10 years, probably top 5-10 defense in the country every year. They're very sound. They're very physical, big up front, and they have a system and they do well with playing in it and understanding what their weaknesses are.
How do you neutralize that size?
You just got to give them a lot of different looks. I think the biggest thing for us this week will be just being able to change up our looks, change up some of our schemes, giving them different angles on blocking schemes, and then being able to protect the quarterback.
Seth, what do you want to see different in the running game? Because Mike's indicated that that's an area that's a little bit of a concern.
I think last week, besides a couple plays, I thought the O-line did a lot better job than what you probably saw or heard about on the field. I thought we need to get better at the H-back and tight end positions, and our backs need to see the holes a little bit better. We're still not, for whatever reason, we haven't clicked as well in that area. But we definitely went in at halftime last week and decided that we need to focus on coming out and establish a run. And I thought our guys responded well. We got after them a little bit, and they responded. So clicked a little bit better in the second half and ran the ball a little bit more. And we got to be able to establish a run game. There's no doubt. And we'll be fine. We'll definitely do that. We've done a good job through the spring and fall camps of running the ball well, and we just got to continue to do that and get back to it and establish it.
Do they try a lot of tricks in trying to get the quarterback, or do they just come at you full speed?
There's no tricks to what they do. Iowa, yeah, there's no. I mean, they, like I said, their scheme is it's not very complex. A lot of the times what you're getting. It's a different thing of having to, execute. Because, like I said, they're big physical guys. The thing that they do really well, they know what their weaknesses are, and they're well coached in those areas. I think every scheme has a weakness, and you can always find different things that you can expose, but they're just really good at understanding what theirs are, and so you got to make sure that you're clicking on all cylinders and doing the best you can to make plays when they're there to be had. You got to make them.
What weakness do they have that you've seen?
Personnel-wise, not many. Personnel-wise, there's not many. I think, like I said, they're all great players. They play hard every single snap. Obviously, the players aren't the problem, and the scheme's not the problem. Like I said, I think it's every defense has certain weaknesses, whether it's in coverage or whether you're being able to try to find different ways to scheme them to where you can get them a little more outmanned in the run game, get a hat on a hat. It's just, like I said, it's a matter of executing when you got those opportunities, because it's not like they're going to do a lot of different fancy things on you. You just got to capitalize on the things when there's plays to be had. You got to make them.
Is this one of these weeks where you work later?
Yeah, we work late, and just obviously what we're trying to do this week, and we'll do, and I think our guys will respond. They remember last year's game, and we'll be excited. It'll be a good week of practice for us. We got a lot to work on just from the mistakes we made last week. Didn't think we were, obviously world beaters or as crisp as we could have been. And so we have a lot of things we can really work on this week, and I think they'll be excited to practice. Obviously, it's Iowa's going to be a top 10 team coming in here in our stadium, and we feel like we're pretty good at home too. So it'll be one of those weeks where we'll try to, as a coaching staff, get our guys in the best positions possible. But when the lights are on, and the plays are being called, got to go out and execute. And I think there's no reason for me to believe why our guys won't go out there. we respect everybody, but we're not going to fear anybody either. We're going to go out there and play with our hair on fire, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully make plays, and it'll be enough to win the football game. That's what we expect to do.
How does Grigsby grade out here through the first couple of weeks?
You know, I think he's done some really good things. I think he's probably, you know, I feel like just watching film, he's probably a little bit more explosive last year. I think that comes with being a little more healthy. So, you know, probably in that area, we still got a lot of things to work on. You know, there's still some, and we'll see film today, there's still some plays that I feel like he left on the field that we probably could have got a little bit more out of. And that's just with, you know, coming and getting in the field of the game. You know, early season, easily things that we can fix. And I think not only him, but, you know, with Kiel and Nwoko did some really good things in the run game. And, you know, we got the players. It's just a matter of going out and executing and playing hard.
How do you see the snaps kind of shaking out going forward with the three of those guys?
It's a question I get a lot, but, you know, I think all of them do a lot of good things, and they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. You know, I think obviously we try to personnel to where they may be in the game at certain times, different packages, but at the same time, how many reps they get throughout a game kind of depends on how they're performing and who gets the hot hand. And you know, Keola didn't do much in the run game last week, but he did a lot of things in the passing game. You know, I thought he caught some balls and did some good things on some screens. So if you're making plays, you'll stay in there. The biggest thing that we can do is hopefully keep those guys fresh, because like it'll be a long physical game, and those guys need to be fresh and they need to be able to play fast every single play.
You said you felt Nick was more explosive last year. Do you think there's a tentativeness in these first two games for him?
No, I think he's more explosive this year.
Oh, this year.
I'm sorry, maybe I said that wrong. More explosive this year than he was last year. I thought he actually broke one and didn't get caught at the 2 this year. So last year, Central Michigan broke one and got caught at the 2. So he hadn't let that down yet. So he'll be happy with that.
If you had to step back and evaluate yourself through these first two games, how do you feel you've done in the play calling aspect?
Well, there's obviously room for improvement, just as our players, there is with me. And again, we're always trying to find different ways to get as many different guys the ball. And I don't know. I guess that's for y'all to decide. Putting a grade on me, I don't really know.
When you were at Texas Tech and Kansas, Oklahoma, did you have similar pregame things to what you did last week walking through the crowd?
It was unbelievable last week. I thought our fans turned out. I think it's a great deal that Coach Byrne has done. Has got everybody together and done the Wildcat walk. I've never done anything like that. I thought it was pretty electric, and I thought really got our players excited and got them really ready for the game. I haven't been a part of something like that, and I think hopefully it continues to grow and get even better week to week, because I know it's a compliment to our guys, and it's a lot of fun for our guys to go out and see all the support that they have, and I think it helps obviously out on the football field.
Coach, thanks.